Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Ahman Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Ahman Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email jake@theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: scattered showers and storms expected throughout the day. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high near 69. Tonight, scattered showers and storms return, below near 49. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and breezy with a high near 63. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clifford for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take Dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green, all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is not only Thursday, it is draft day. Hello, the NFL draft tonight. Oh, okay, I'm back. Sorry, my thing escalated. My voice went down.
Mine did too. Nick was over there getting things together. Yeah, just make sure.
I was pushing buttons, but
say buttons again.
I was pushing buttons.
Say buttons.
Buttons.
Buttons. You know how buttons? I like how he says buttons.
Yeah, I just love how supportive we are of how people talk on this show.
What? I have promoted you as broadcaster of the year for the last 2 years.
Buttons. Huh? You notice that, Jake, how Nick says buttons? He goes buttons.
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 Anyway, I want to know if there's going to be a day. Let's turn this on Raff.
You are broadcaster of the year.
Say Creighton.
Creighton?
Say it.
Creighton.
See?
But I just want to know if there's ever going to be a day where if something doesn't go as planned for Raff, he doesn't go, oh, and then just completely stop talking.
No.
Are you just going to be able to just go with the flow at one of these days?
No. I am a guy. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. If I hear something different in my ears, I go, oh, something.
Yeah. Everybody in their car goes, what?
Hey, everything sounds fine. I got to tell you,
the listeners love the honesty.
Well, you know what else the listeners? Well, I can't say they were listeners, but the people I spoke for yesterday, the Leonard Management Group.
Oh yes,
a few of the people in the audience seen that clip from yesterday about the Denver Broncos.
Oh no,
Nick, the one dude couldn't stop laughing. I mean, he seriously, he goes, man, I got to keep watching that. I showed him just the audience, hanging out with the audience, and he's seen it, just started died laughing. And Nick, he loved your line about, do you maybe think you should have forged your life somebody other than John Elway?
You ever look back at your life and go, maybe I shouldn't have spent so much time on this?
So did he see the McDowell's part, hopefully?
I did not. It's you two's fault too, man. So, God, what happened yesterday? We're going to do that in a second too. I spoke for Leonard Management Group, and they have a number of McDonald's they own in several different states, 4 different states. Well, the movie Coming to America. Have you seen Coming to America? Of course. Oh yeah, that's absolutely. Remember, he kept saying McDowell's in the movie. I almost said McDowell's several times. No. I'm like Ron Burgundy. I will, if it's in my head, I'm going to say it. And a few times, I will welcome up the people from. I said like that. I was like McDonald's. I had to really emphasize the D in McDonald's. See, I said it again. Just on accident right there. But these guys constantly get me in trouble with stuff like that. Folks, it is a beautiful Thursday morning. It's looking like there may be a little bit of rain. It rained big time last night. At least I heard, because I didn't hear a thing last night, but I woke up and seen all the rain going out there. We have Kat in the house, CEO, Executive Director of Link to Literacy. Kat, good morning.
Good morning.
Absolutely. We're going to
Thank you. Yep,
absolutely.
I know. It's like,
Kat, just last week, Kat, we had two of your teammates
yes,
that were in the house. We had Merrick as well as Amy Butler in the house. And in fact, Amy posted something on Instagram yesterday, like this salad bowl or something that I seriously wanted to eat the screen. I thought it was, like scratch and sniff.
oh man, yeah, she does like quinoa and avocados and all of the yummy stuff.
It looked good, but I seen it at the right time because I really wanted. There goes Jack Russell rolling by
Jack.
right there. Jack Russell. So, Kat, tell us. Okay, first of all, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I am, just one day at a time. Have everything really packed in. This week we've got conferences we're going to and programs we're doing and all of the things. So doing good.
So when we were communicating yesterday, you said very busy week. Now you're always busy. First of all, you're always busy. You got things going on. But why is this particular week much busier?
Well, we're getting ready for a big event next week. So we did have an event yesterday too. We had a happy hour over at Layton's Pub. It was delightful back there. Have you ever been to Layton's Pub?
Where's Layton's Pub at?
It's over there by Wesleyan. And
so off Layton Street, obviously.
Yeah, off Layton.
Okay.
48th and Layton.
Raff, have you been over there before?
Yeah, but it used to have a different name.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think. Yeah.
Was it a different name, Nick? Do you know?
It's always been Layton's Pub.
Always been Layton's
What was
Pub?
it before Layton? So it was a new building?
It's like a 2-part building.
Okay, I'm thinking
So
the wrong.
you're
I'm thinking the
thinking
wrong
of the
direction. I'm in the
restaurant.
wrong direction,
Yeah,
but
it's
I'm in the
okay.
same area.
Yeah, same
Okay.
spot.
Yep,
So
I know that.
there's apartments above it.
Yep.
There's restaurants
It
below.
used to be Hy-Vee, right? Or
It's in the vicinity. Yes, it's in the Hy-Vee parking lot.
It's in the vicinity.
is Hy-Vee gone?
Hy-Vee is gone. The Salvation Army is still over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it the place we had remote a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Is
We've
that
had
same
a lot
spot?
of places.
It wasn't.
They
Maybe.
have like nice apartments on top of the
That
place.
is correct.
Yeah.
We did have a remote there a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
That place is nice. I haven't been there since though.
It
Me
was
neither.
great. They let us have like the back room. It was so beautiful and nice.
Oh, wow.
And had a happy hour there last night just for fun.
Okay.
And kind of gearing up for our big event, which is next week.
So tell us about next week's event. What is the purpose? What is it about?
Well, next week is our Empower Me event.
Oh, I like
Here,
that.
where's the video? No.
Yeah, right there.
I came prepared. No. So next week is our Empower Me event. It is where we gather people. We have it at Glacial Till in Ashland. So because we have so many supporters in Lincoln and Omaha,
Right.
and so kind of a midpoint place to meet and hear about what we've done in the past year and gear up for. It's our big fundraiser for the year to pay for everything else we do.
Right.
So ticket prices are on sale right now, and we have some amazing speakers.
Oh,
to talk
Lord.
about,
I wonder who's speaking next week.
Literacy.
I will be there.
See,
that's right. You heard the news. It's me. No, I'm kidding. It's AD.
Mr. McDowell.
You want to keep your work in there, son? Play off the drugs. Yes, sir. Nick goes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. They kicked an oblong ball through a giant cage.
Oh, no.
Link to literacy.
It was the
Because reading is fundamental.
Anyway.
Okay, we're going to get back on the track here, Kat. We're going to get back on the track.
Cat's like, this is going down next week.
Yeah.
Can we
I'm
change?
going to introduce you.
It's going to be, he was going to be our speaker.
Yeah.
ADLEN.
So, Kat, so it's going to be at Glacial Till, correct?
Yes.
Glacial Till. And the date?
Is May 1st.
May 1st.
1 week from today.
5 to 7 p.m.
5 to 7 p.m.
So this event here, who are you targeting to be there? Who would you like to be there?
Mm-hmm. We would love anybody to be there who is interested in how to impact literacy in kind of a non-traditional way. We seem to do things a little bit differently than are being done. So if you're curious about what we're doing and how we're doing it and how to spread what we're doing across the state and beyond, we want you there. Well, it's obviously a fundraiser.
Right.
We'll have a silent auction. I'm pretty excited about the speakers, yeah, and some great networking as well. Heavy appetizers, ciders, and everything too.
Some of those auction items, and before Raff or Nick chimes in, what are some of the auction items you're going to have available?
Oh, I mean, things, some trips, some golf related things.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Now you're speaking of language.
Yeah.
Pause.
Husker related items, spa things, things for kids, zoo passes.
Right.
Zoo?
Oh, no, if Raff, you just need to calm the nerves, okay? You got a big couple of months coming up. You need a spa day.
Spa day.
Yeah.
Ah, spa day. It does sound good, though.
Yeah.
So, okay, when you reached out to me about it, I was thrilled about it, Kat, because all due seriousness, literacy was always huge in my family. I'll share a lot of that next week too, but coming from a home to where my mother literally taught my dad how to read. Once my father became a Christian, a man of faith, because he was illiterate, my mom taught my dad how to read the King James Version Bible at that. I thirsteth, I hungereth. What's uppeth?
A whole nother way.
And like I told you on the phone, my father was always reading something. You know, and I got some of his old books you can see, and it's weird. Not weird. It's a pretty deep meaning for me because like my dad's handwriting, it wasn't the best because he didn't learn. I mean, he didn't learn a lot. I mean, when early on, you know, his formative years, but how his thoughts though were so wise. You know, I know people who've got PhDs, their penmanship is crappy, you know, as far as that goes. But my father, when he wrote something, it was something that he really thought about. You know, it was really deep there. So reading was so huge for us. And that's something I've always been huge with my kids on. Read. You think about the whole purpose and mission of Link to Literacy. Tell us real fast. I mean, I know a lot of them, but tell us some of the things, the benefits of literacy, not just from kids, but from a lifelong perspective.
Yes, absolutely. And that's really what we focus on because at Link to Literacy, we're not teaching kids particularly to read. It's more of the act of reading and what it does to create a lifelong learner. And we really emphasize that that parents and caregivers are a child's very first teacher. So what can they do at home to use reading to connect, use it as a stepping stone for so many other things in your life. So yeah, teaching parents and caregivers reading strategies of how to utilize books for learning lessons, for counting, you can even use wordless books. It sometimes doesn't even have to be about the words, but it's about how to utilize that cognitive connections in reading. We just really believe that the more that families read together and it's made that something that's a priority in your home, then they're going to want to do that for school. They're going to want to do it for fun. They're going to want to do it all the time because they're getting a piece of time with the loved one.
Right.
If you read aloud, even my 12-year-old, I read aloud to.
Yeah.
And they love that.
We're joined by Kat, the CEO of Link to Literacy, Executive Director. All right. So obviously we're talking a lot about next Thursday's event. Just as a refresher, tell the listeners, people that might not be as familiar with you guys, what are some other events that you guys do throughout the year that are some important ones?
Yeah, so fun. Well, we do our kind of monthly happy hours for people just to come and hang out and talk about literacy and what's going on in the community and great networking. You guys were all at Wordstock last year. Wordstock is another need that we saw was in the community was hardly anywhere will take used books. And we don't take used books because everything we do is so specific to the need. So Wordstock is where anybody can bring books for kids to adults, and it's a community-wide book exchange at Antelope Park. That'll be in August again,
and it's grown dramatically in just a short couple of years.
Yeah. Last year we had over 800 people. It was amazing. Yeah. So we're hoping to do that again. Increase that number. We do work with all the foster care agencies around too. Book ownership for kiddos in foster care is a big deal for something that they can call their own.
Right.
One of our speakers at the Empower Me event last year or 2 years ago spoke on how even a teen who got a new book and read it and then there was another teen that came into the home and was having a really hard time. And that teen was able to say, hey, this actually helped me. I can see you're having a hard time. You want to read it? Do you want this book? And there was not a dry eye in the place, because who was explaining this was, it was so impactful for that teen who didn't have anything but a few, clothing, really, to have something of their own that they related to then give someone else and have that connection piece was so powerful. Yeah. And then, of course, our teammates partnership all across the state, helping 3rd through 5th graders with their mentors incorporate reading into their sessions. And the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
Yes.
I mean, gosh, I could go on for a while.
I love it.
We do a lot of things.
I
But
love
the free books for kids 0 to 5 is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And we are the supporters of that for Lancaster County and Thurston County.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Raffy.
Where did the idea come from? Like, did you see it in another state or something, or is it just something that you just woke up one day and you're like, we got to do something?
Yeah, it was it was a process. I found reading aloud to my kids being our saving grace when I was little, when my kids were little. Everyone could be crying, including myself. And if we sat down and I started reading a book aloud, it would just calm everybody's systems. And I just felt like that every parent has the power to do that.
Yeah.
And I had started doing book drives just as a mom, not as a nonprofit leader, but for places in the community. And as I was doing that, brought people along with me, and also other organizations just started reaching out and saying, hey, we have a literacy need. We don't have a budget for it. We'd like to include reading in our programs. So it was a partnering with existing programs. Lincoln has so many amazing organizations, and you guys have so many awesome connections with them already, but it's not duplicating anything else. It's adding to.
You mentioned that calming effect, Kat, and I remember, Nick, I'm not sure if they did this. I'm sure they probably did. I know when me and Raff were growing up, for sure, because I know Raff's age. We're the same age.
27.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, 24 years ago you were.
That was my whole life ago.
Now
I said that was my whole life ago. 27. Yeah, one time you were 27.
well,
Raff, remember we would come in for recess?
That was when the Cincinnati Reds were started.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. So when came in for recess?
Remember when we come in for recess in grade school, and they would read to us?
They'd have the carpet.
Yes.
And you'd sit on the carpet.
We'd all sit on the carpet. I can still remember.
Well, even Amy last week mentioned they were going to the library for the. I remember going. I was like, oh my god, they still do your library, yay!
And we would do that. We'd sit on the carpet, and we'd all be sweaty and tired from the playground. And we'd be outside. Nick, that outside is like out that window, out that door.
Yeah.
And we played outside.
Do you usually spray yourself down with Axe in between reading and after recess, or what? Anyway,
I gave the ladies now and later's candy. So I secured numbers during that time.
He was in 3rd grade.
Yeah. You want a now and later, girl? Can we talk? No. Let's get back to the recess. Nick, you throw me off that gun.
I just like John Elway.
Oh, and boy, does he love John Elway.
Yeah, this is awkward.
So
we're stumbling. We're trying to get through. I'm kidding.
But I remember that time. I still remember the story. What was the story? I said I remember it. Now I'm asking you to tell me I remember. The big, the flying dog with the big ears.
Big Red? Or no, Big?
Oh.
Not Clifford the Big Red Dog.
No. Not Clifford.
No.
But there was a movie about it too.
Are you talking about the elephant?
Yes.
Dumbo.
No, not Dumbo. Not Dumbo.
Okay.
No.
Oh, it was the Raff. You remember they made a movie about it?
I know.
He was a big white dog.
Yeah.
And it flew. The dog would fly.
Text line. We need help.
Text line. Help me out. What was the name? Because it's not saying everybody, but anybody over the age of 35 knows exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, text line. Help me. You're not leaving.
Maybe I am only 27.
Oh my gosh, Kat. I know you know.
It's nobody's time.
No.
Alto?
No, it's what'd you say?
Balto?
Balto?
No,
Reading Rainbow.
no,
The
not
Never Ending
that one.
Story.
The Never Ending Story.
There we
Yes,
go.
thank you so much. Yes,
8999.
8999. Yes. The Never Ending Story. Have you seen
Yes.
that? Oh my gosh! I remember my teacher, Miss Miller.
Not place that.
Miss Miller would read it to us at Clinton Elementary School. And you literally, the thing about reading, you would imagine yourself, it would take you to a place away from, it would calm us down. And you literally would transport you mentally to that never ending story, to where they were at in that scene. And thank you so much for Matt. Thank you so much as well.
In.
I seriously might watch that movie again this weekend, The Never Ending Story.
It's been a long
He
time.
watches Step Brothers.
Yeah, he's watched a lot of movies.
Well, Step Brothers, Never Ending Story, a little different movies, genres.
I love Step Brothers.
Thank you. Never Ending Story, The Hangover, same type of genre. movie.
Yeah. Anyway,
Raff, we
lost Doug. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Kat, remind the folks.
We lost Kat.
Remind the folks. Obviously, we're let's not bury the lead. Link to literacy, very important. Next Thursday, big event. Just give us a rundown real quick and how people can get tickets.
All right. Yeah. Go to our website. You can get tickets at linktoliteracy.org or on our social medias. It's linked with the number 2, literacy.org. I'm sure our friend AD here will push something out on his channels too.
Yes.
It's been scrolling again across the bottom of the screen the
Yes.
entire time we've been on as well.
Yes.
Awesome.
And I'm going to clip this and make sure we put it on all of our I know you guys, are you on X as well, Linked Literacy?
No, we're not.
But on
We're
Facebook
not.
and Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram.
We will
LinkedIn.
repost it. We'll put it, we'll tag it as well on our shows. And again, I am honored to take a small part in this because it's such a huge thing for me as literacy. I know it's huge for Raff and Nick as well. And the number of lives, that story of what's the foster child that gave the book to someone else to help them through something. That's something I could never understand. Yeah,
Right.
Fortunately, I've never been in a situation like that, but it shows you even going through something like that, how a book can give somebody hope and comfort. So that's powerful stuff.
It's pretty cool. Ryan, who's the other speaker, she's going to speak a lot on that aspect as well. Her
Absolutely.
personal story of really how books saved her life. So that's going to be a fun part too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Folks, linktoliteracy.org. That's linktoliteracy.org. If you want more information, go please check that out. We'll be talking about it leading up to next week. Check our socials because we'll have it on there as well. Kat, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Folks, we'll come back. There's a lot of reading with this involved too because the NCAA just made they're just being the NCAA. And it's really not their fault. So I can't say the NCAA. The Judge Wilkin, put out some differences in what's going to take place if this gets passed. So we'll discuss when we come back. It's The Drive, 93.7 Ticket. We'll be right back.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Now's the time to schedule your air conditioner service check with Bryant. Make sure it's ready to keep you cool and comfortable when you really need it. Call Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating, 467-1111.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: scattered showers and storms expected throughout the day. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high near 69. Tonight, scattered showers and storms return to the low near 49. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and breezy with the high near 63. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Picture this. You're in the doghouse and flowers just won't cut it this time. Enter jewelry, the ultimate peace offering. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, showing her you're willing to go the extra mile to make things right. So next time you're in the doghouse, remember, diamonds are a guy's best friend too. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
The NFL Draft starts tonight, and the best place to watch it in Lincoln is at Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane. Watch all the picks on any of their 30 TVs while enjoying a beer from one of their 23 taps or high-end bourbon and spirits. Try their delicious wings or handheld sandwiches like the Turkey Melt, Liquid Gold Hamburger, or the brand new Chocolate Chip Cookie Skillet for dessert. There's only one place to watch the NFL Draft in Lincoln. That's Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Picture this. You're in the doghouse and flowers just won't cut it this time. Enter jewelry, the ultimate peace offering. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, showing her you're willing to go the extra mile to make things right. So next time you're in the doghouse, remember, diamonds are a guy's best friend too. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Draft Day Thursday, like Christmas morning, I guess, or Christmas Eve.
Yes,
Christmas.
it is.
What would it be? Christmas Eve? Christmas?
Just
It's draft
Eve.
day.
Oh, draft Eve.
It's just draft day.
All right. Thanks, guys.
It's going to be Christmas for a lot of
I mean, it's not really
right now.
Christmas Day. I guess this kind of Christmas Day. You're going to open your presents later tonight.
I was just going to say it. You can't say Eve
Yeah,
because it's
we
not
already-
the
we
night
already-
before.
Yeah.
It's draft day.
Okay.
Draft day, which we will discuss at the top of the hour. This segment is brought to us by Jack Russell, who drove by about 20 minutes ago of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. Can help you protect your home, your vehicle, your family, or even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Service can help you. You know, I was thinking about Jack, talking about the high school days. You know, yesterday with Raff, we went to high school app and looking at those old videos. And a good friend of mine, Scott Ernstmeyer, if he's listening, and Scott is over at Lincoln Lutheran, not Lincoln Lutheran anymore, Messiah Lutheran.
That's right.
Over there. And I did a podcast with him about 2 weeks ago. I mean, shocker, I broke down crying during one of the parts he asked me. I'm like, it's kind of like that movie from Jerry Maguire. Remember he's on ESPN. He goes, I'm not going to do it.
Not going to do
I'm
it,
not going
Jerry.
to do it. Not going to do it, Jerry.
Roy Firestone.
Yeah, Roy Firestone. But Scott has got a great podcast. It was an honor to be on that. If you look at my Facebook feed, I'm going to post something about that later. But Scott, we went to high school together. And Raff, it just shows you how those relationships, man. You know, Nick, a lot of your buddies, you know, they're getting married. You know, you're doing your thing in your career. And you guys see each other. You still
Not getting
teasing.
married.
Yeah. Because I'm not getting married. But whether you do or don't, you know what I'm saying? You still got those relationships with your buddies. You know,
JTP.
Yes. JTP. So it was cool to connect with Scott Ernstmeyer, Northeast Rocket.
And my elder buddies.
We're actually older to be his dad, dude. I have kids older than him. So you know what that means? I used to get my kids whooping, so Nick's about to get a whooping here in a second.
Oh,
man.
hello.
He calls me an elder one time. I'm gonna beat him like he stole something.
Elder is a sign of respect.
The elder
The
buddies.
way you said it wasn't very
I said
respectful.
elder buddies.
I don't feel very respected right now, Nick.
Well, you should.
I got JTP and the old guys.
Yeah. What would you have rather be? What would you have rather had me say?
He's gonna be changing our diapers in about 20 years, Raff.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that happens.
Yeah.
Wipe it.
Yeah.
Wipe it good.
Oh,
Big swim, big wipe.
Okay. Is this segment more uncomfortable than the last segment, or? Oh. Anyway.
But it was good to be on Scott Ernstmeyer. Bring it back to Scotty at Northeast. It was good to be on this podcast, Scotty. I love you. Appreciate you, brother. He does a lot of good for a lot of people, and he was a hell of a basketball player at Northeast as well as at Concordia there in Seward. So appreciate him and his whole family. You guys, a lot of changes the NCAA, Nick, you mentioned this a couple of days ago where they threw out 150 plus rules, 153 rules to be exact, to make room for this settlement. You guys, when you first, and Raff, you sent that yesterday, a few minutes after it came out via X, and then I looked at The Athletic and got some more information, looked at it this morning as well. You guys, what's your initial thoughts? To kind of fill the listeners in case you're not privy to what's going on. Judge Wilkin is her name, actually. She came back and she mentioned this earlier, even last month, you guys, as far as, what the rules were going to be. And what she ruled, she goes, she basically says here, the federal judge overseeing the NCAA's $2.8 billion antitrust lawsuit settlement in order handed down Wednesday that she will deny final approval of agreement if a plan to implement roster limits on college teams is not modified to protect current athletes.
So I'm looking at the actual court document right now, and the biggest piece of this that I kind of like highlighted when I read through this is this part. The court finds that the decision by defendants and NCAA member schools to begin implementing the roster limit before it granted final approval is not a valid reason for approval of the agreement in its current form. Now, so basically, in layman's terms, the judge was like, look, you guys started implementing it and acting like it was a law.
And I didn't say nothing about it.
Before I said it was. So for that, you don't get your law passed.
And you know what, Nick? It's almost like she penalized them for being proactive.
Yeah, right. Which we've been saying, you got to be proactive. You got to be some sort of, and with Judge Wilkins, she mentioned it yesterday that she was talking how it's not fair to the student athletes to just be thrown off the roster just strictly because of a roster limit. And so like, that's what she was saying. So that's why another reason why she was like, we need to modify this. You guys need to modify this to figure out a way to where it's not so harmful to the student athletes that are just looking for a spot. And so, yes, she's penalizing basically the member schools for acting like it was a law before it was, but also she is still looking out for the student athletes. Like we're seeing that to a certain extent, and it makes sense because she's not part of the NCAA. She's a neutral party.
Yeah. And Nick, you bring up a good point. She's a neutral party. She has no skin in the game. She's looking out for the best interest of the student athlete. My only qualm with her is that if they wouldn't have done anything, if they wouldn't have done anything, she would have been upset about that. Well, it seems like you guys didn't do anything so it seems like they were dang if they do, dang if they didn't. But I do like the fact overall that she says, I'm looking out for the best of the student athlete. It's just.
And if I'm one of the guys that was on the edge going, well, should I stay or should I go? You're probably looking pretty
Spring
good.
game's going to be canceled this Saturday. No.
You're all in.
Yeah. It's going to be fascinating.
Don't got to showcase you now.
Yeah. It's going to be really cool to see, just fascinating to follow along, because now how do coaches, and actually what's fascinating is we're going to hear from Nebraska football's general manager, Pat Stewart, later this morning. Mm-hmm. Pat Stewart's going to speak to the media later on this late morning around 11:30 or so. And it's going to be really interesting because I'm sure he's going to be asked about this. Yeah. This falls right in line of his title, his job description, right? If you will. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how much we learn, but then how much coaches and programs pivot from what they were planning to do just 3 weeks ago when roster cuts were being made and so forth.
You guys, I want you both to play. I'm not even going to say devil's advocate. I'm just going to play like I'm a bystander or know what's going on, which I am a bystander that's going on when you think about it. But Raff, if you're a coach and you hear this news yesterday, what's your next move?
It's got to be to continue on as where you're at. The only thing I was thinking about is just like if you can keep those players, now you've probably got to go look back at your budgets, and you got to go look back at everything, because I'm sure you're looking at, okay, this is going to need this, and this for this year's football season with 105. But now if they're saying, okay, you can keep those extra 25, 30 players or whatever it is, 25, but we've had some people leave in the last, couple of days. So I don't know. I guess you just have to continue on. It's so like, it's ever changing. Mm-hmm. And and like Rule said in this press conference, it's like he has, for him personally, he's got a general manager to take care. It's almost like he's got to let the general manager. I think this press conference with him today will be very telling because I think he's the one that's kind of has to look out for all that. And then if you're Rule, you just got to continue coaching as is.
As is, or as is, and as if. Nick, you put yourself in the place of the GM. Now you look at this right here. This is the part that kind of pisses me off about it. This is Steve Bierman.
Yeah, not Bartman.
Not Bartman. Yeah.
Go Cubs, baby. They beat the Dodgers yesterday. Anyway.
Greatest team ever.
We're going to play that song, Nick.
Oh, we are.
When we come back.
Don't
He goes,
worry.
oh, we are.
Well, why do you think I wore what I wore?
Steve Bierman. He's one of the lead attorneys for the plaintiffs of the House versus NCAA. He goes, we are pleased that the court has rejected all the objections, but the roster issue. Now, here's the part that pissed me off. And we will work hard to convince the NCAA and the conferences to address the court's concerns. If we're unable to do so, then we're off to a trial. And guys, this is a mess if it goes to trial.
Yeah.
And we'll return to fighting the NCAA in court with the next steps. If the NCAA just doesn't come out and say, yes, we agree.
Yeah.
What are you waiting on?
Yeah.
Because think about this. You've already lost hundreds, if actually thousands of players who have already dipped out because institutions were being proactive.
Yeah.
And then Judge Wilkin comes back and says, well, why did you do this preemptively? Why didn't say that was the rule? Well, because we were danged if we do, danged if we didn't. If we prepared as if we're going to have 105 and then we don't get rid of them.
Yeah.
I mean, so they were in a screwy situation regardless, Nick. So for them to go, if the NCAA does not approve this, they're going to trial. That's 6 to 8 months, 6 to 8 weeks, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Months, actually.
Where's Harvey Specter when you need him?
So now tell me this. So they decide
only
to
small people might have gotten that reference.
So if they make the decision,
suits for this.
So if they make that decision not to go to court and they decide they're going to grandfather these players in, now the players already left. Are they able to come back, or are they able to file lawsuits and be like, well?
Well, we know the situations with lawsuits, right? Like everybody's got one. They're like belly buttons or whatever the saying is. I think that when you look at, I mean, you asked the question to me about what are you doing if you're Pat Stewart? You know, you need to operate like this football season's not going to have a roster limit, or it's going to be what it was. And so what I'm getting at is with the spring portal window, you sit there and say, okay, Coach Rule, what do we need? What are our needs?
Let's go.
What are our needs? What do we need to get? What if you could get any position, if you could get any skill position, whatever it is that you now, after seeing your guys practice and go through spring ball, what's the most dire spot we need? Because we need to operate now to get this to be the best, like obviously the best football team that we can, but we don't have to be so concerned about the 105 at this point.
And then also too, now does this mean that they stick with the 85 scholarships then?
I think the scholarship number,
because
guys,
the 105
stay the same.
The
to
105 was going to be 105, like 105 kids on scholarship.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Well,
With
now
a mix and match of how that scholarship is defined.
But now, like, how does this work now? Is it go back to 85 now?
I don't think this is as big of an issue or a conversation as we think it is because of the NIL landscape.
Not just
so, sure.
AD said be devil's advocate.
whatever the scholarship number is.
Yeah.
I think it's such a gray area, and because you can put guys on NIL scholarship, like there's other things that you can do to circumvent the system and the numbers, and
they got
not worry about it.
They got 14 days.
Here we go.
14 days.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday, I would imagine, is what it is.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating to see that. Big B, I think you got a great point. This whole thing is very reactive as opposed to proactive, and it's going to be a mess. I agree with, and Big B, and it really is.
It always lives up to expectations.
Yeah, it already is a mess. I mean, this will be a freaking documentary in about 5 years from now, if it's even result. I mean, I would hope in 5 years, but anything with the NCAA, I just don't put a lot of credence in, man.
Yeah, things get wild.
It just gets too wild. Big Hoss right here. Good morning to you, brother. You go, so if the kids do get to stay, do you go and talk to kids who you liked and are in the transfer portal or possibly transferred and didn't have to but had no choice? Honestly, Big Hoss, I have no idea. I have no idea what you do here. If you're the kid and you've already left, I mean, you think about it, if you've already enrolled or left, I mean, it's a mess because we're dealing with unprecedented times here.
Well, then it'll end up being like COVID, where So who gets grandfathered? Now, he was here last year at this time, and he was here this year at this time. So, yeah, he's grandfathered, but he's not what he –
Yeah.
It'll be wild.
It'll be wild, man. So we'll try to keep you up to date as much as we find out what's up to date. It's ongoing. That's for sure. So we'll see what happens with that. But I tell you what, I do not envy college coaches and GMs at this point with such a liquid situation going on. Folks, when we come back, we got some history to discuss, and at 10 o'clock, we're going to discuss the draft, probably for the remainder of the show as far as that goes. There's a lot to discuss and unpack with that. Our very own Ahman Green is in Green Bay, possibly hearing from him tomorrow or Friday, and if not, next week on what took place there.
Is tomorrow Friday?
Tomorrow is Friday.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Friday. You leave tomorrow.
No, you said tomorrow or Friday.
Tomorrow or Friday. Did I say
It's
tomorrow
okay.
Friday?
It's okay, Andy.
Tomorrow.
You do whatever makes you happy.
Our Raff.
If I said that, I'd be.
You just got to sing to Nick, man.
Yeah. Actually, no, you don't.
Okay.
Actually, that makes it worse.
You are
What's
broadcaster of.
Stop. We're done. No, we're not doing this. What were you going to say, Andy?
Your beard grew back fast.
Yeah, we're like in 2 days. This
Dude,
is 2
Raff,
days.
it would take me a month and a half to grow.
There's not a whole lot there. I mean, it's not.
It would still take me a long time to grow that.
There's not a whole lot here. But
Well, folks,
Either
we got
way.
a whole lot to talk about when we come back, so we'll talk to you in a second. It's Thursday. It's The Drive.
garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Has experienced hail damage, and there's never been a better time to buy a new or pre-owned vehicle. The hail is very spotty, some pretty light, others heavier, but there are huge discounts right now happening at Koppel. So please do not wait. Get thousands of additional discounts along with 0% APR. There will be a lot of people heading this way to purchase vehicles. So stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
You don't have to cross your fingers when digging into the ground this spring. Start every project with a call to Nebraska 811 so utilities like LES can mark their buried lines and you can avoid injury and power outages.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Picture this. You're in the doghouse and flowers just won't cut it this time. Enter jewelry, the ultimate peace offering. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, showing her you're willing to go the extra mile to make things right. So next time you're in the doghouse, remember, diamonds are a guy's best friend too. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Early break wrap.
What do you have?
Oh, yeah.
When someone orders a wrap, I want to go come across the table.
Oh, wrap.
What do you guys have? What's your best wrap?
No.
What's your
so
was that buffalo chicken? That's incredible. Yeah. When you say I'm going to stop by, they have great wraps. I want to throw a punch.
Here's one too that I encountered
with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your new Total Wine in Lincoln has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers, plus totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find, only at Total Wine and More. Now open in Lincoln next to Gateway Mall.
Drink responsibly, B21.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: scattered showers and storms expected throughout the day. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high near 69. Tonight, scattered showers and storms return with a low near 49. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and breezy with a high near 63. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is draft day, Thursday. Boom. Excited.
I'll get into this more the next segment. I'm curious on this part of it. Just the mindset, a lot of these cats too. Raff, what you got for history?
I'm going to do some basketball history today. 1963. Future Basketball Hall of Fame point guard Bob Cousy plays in his last NBA game for the Boston Celtics. They defeat the LA Lakers 112-109 in Game 6 for their 5th straight NBA championship. If you have not watched Celtic City on, I believe it's HBO Max, you need to check that out. It's kind of like the
what's it called?
Celtic City, and it's basically just a biography of their franchise, starting from the early years of the Red Auerbachs, Bill Russells, and it works its way up all the way till today. So I'm on, I think, Paul Pierce, I think.
I got to check that one out. That would be a good one to see. It's something that we'll never see. I could confidently say we'll never see again. Player coach. Oh, Bill Russell was the player coach for the.
No, I don't know. I thought Jokic was on his way there for a second.
Hey, y'all, we need a timeout. I'm calling a timeout right now. I'm tired.
I'm tired. Well, 2 more years, LeBron. You never know.
Yeah. Who am I fooling? He's coaching him right now. He's been coaching for the past 10 years. How long has LeBron been in LA now?
Ooh,
I have no idea. Nick, how long?
7 years.
Yeah. He's been through a couple of contracts. So I mean, he's been extended
7.
once. So
That's crazy.
I would say close to 6 or 7 off the top of my head. I'm sorry, I'm looking up Chicago Cubs stats right now.
Shocker.
Here's
Hey, Chicago. What do you know?
Here's what I love about sports. I'm not going to put it on here, but I got to find this because Nick and Raff, I was watching. I almost sent it to you guys last night. I was watching this, and it just shows you the difference in athletes and their answers and era, etc. Nick, I am going to do this part of it right here. When
Okay.
Jordan was asked this particular question by Michael Wilbon in 2009.
About being called the greatest basketball player ever. Does that matter? Do you want that?
I don't want it in a sense because I think it disrespects Will Chamberlain, Jerry West, all the guys that prior to me, I never had a chance to play against. What everybody's saying I am, I never had the chance to compete against other legends that was prior to me. When I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, it's a little bit embarrassing because no one knows, I never had the chance once again to play against those guys, I would love to have played against them, but I never did, and for you to say that I'm better than him, I mean, it's your opinion. It's their opinion. I accept that as their opinion. If you ask me, I would never say that I'm the greatest player, and that's because I never played against all the people that represented the league prior to Michael Jordan.
You guys, for a number of reasons, I love that answer by MJ. The humility part of it. Who am I to say I'm the greatest to ever play the game when there's so many other subjective factors that go into that? You can't, different eras, different times, etc. Now, if you're a boxer, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? In some shape or form. But you got cats today say, yeah, I just love that about, as you would say, Nick, the elder statesman.
Yeah.
To where it just says, you can say that all you want. I'm not going to say that. To me, and we're speaking of history, it's not even a debate. That's just my personal opinion. It's not even a debate who's the greatest basketball player of our time.
Brian Carr.
No. From Nebraska?
It's all subjective.
Yeah. And then there's got to be sanity as well. I just love that interview with Michael Wilbon in 2009 that came up yesterday. And I was just looking at that. I'm just like, man, that's a breath of fresh air. In this day and age, me. Now, of course, Mike out ego, of course, we know that. But when it came to that, it's like, man, I'm not answering no question like that, man. No, I'm not doing that.
Do you guys hear something?
Bring it.
Do you guys hear that?
Do it. Do it.
Hold on. Everybody be quiet for a second.
Oh, there he goes. There goes that man. Sing it, Nick.
The Cubs are gonna win today.
Like you
They have
mean
an
it,
off
Nick.
day today.
Like you
They're
mean it.
singing Go Cubs Go.
Come on, Nick.
Go Cubs go.
Sing a swim now.
Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win.
Spelling it.
Go Cubs. Okay, so the Chicago Cubs. This is actually history. It fits perfectly. What if I told you that today the Cubs have the best run differential in all of baseball? They have outscored opponents by 43 runs this season.
Hello.
They have the best run differential. They're 16-10. 13 of their 26 games have come against the top 3 teams in the NL West, which is the powerhouse division.
You just got a
in
text
the
message
Dodgers.
or a. Sorry.
That's fine. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
You got a text in from a listener that was saying that something amazing.
Okay. Anyway, so best run differential, and then also best run differential, as I was saying. They have the best hitter in baseball right now. Well, second best hitter behind Aaron Judge, Kyle Tucker. Pete Crow Armstrong is good. Do you guys know who Pete Crow Armstrong is? If I said Pete Crow Armstrong, do we know?
Heard the name.
Okay,
Did
good.
he land on the moon?
He did not. He did not.
I think that's Lewis. No, he's a trumpet player.
That's Louis.
Louis Armstrong.
We're done with this. The Cubs are good.
Lance
We're done.
Armstrong,
Let's just end
Tour
on
de
there.
France.
Let's just end there. The Cubs are good. Take
John
notes.
Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong. Moon.
My word. No.
Talk to us.
No, it's over. No, it's fine. The Cubs are good. I just want to let people know.
Money G, that's what it was.
They swept the Dodgers.
Money G.
So, dude, what is the Dodgers looking at right now? Besides that L.
I mean, they're good. The Dodgers are really good. Still probably going to win the World Series. But Brad from Baldwin says all you need to talk about is the Yankees.
Clayton Kershaw's
maybe.
rehabbing.
Yeah, he faced Cags the other day.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. Jack Caglione.
Nick,
Still in Double-A.
Your Cubs are on a roll right now,
Yep.
man. Unlike the Royals.
Unlike the Royals,
Good
unfortunately.
gosh. Did they lose again last night?
I believe they won last night.
It was a doubleheader.
No, excuse me. It got postponed. They played today at 1:10.
Okay. But they won the first game. I wasn't a doubleheader yesterday.
Today's a doubleheader, Raffy.
No, I think yesterday was a doubleheader,
Okay.
but the second game got canceled, but they won the first game.
They did win the first one?
So they have a doubleheader today.
Yeah.
They need some wins back. They're like on an 8 or 9 game losing streak for it's been going
I think
for a
they're
while.
10 and 14 now.
Yeah. Be like my Pirates. I just turned, you know what I did, Nick? I just turned off the notifications for the Pirates updates. I'm like, I don't even want to see
That's
it
pretty
anymore.
good.
I don't even want to see it
Money
anymore.
G in Kansas, he mentions the Pete Crow Armstrong trade was a terrible Mets trade. Do you guys, if I say the name Javier Baez, do you remember him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This was like 4 years ago. That Pete Crow Armstrong was the guy that the Cubs got in return a couple of years ago for Javier Baez. He was the top prospect in that trade. And the Cubs finally now a couple of years later, it's paying dividends for them because he's one of the top 5 center fielders in all of baseball right now.
I love it.
So there you have it.
Folks,
Go Cubs go.
The Cubs are taking care of business.
They sure
folks. We'll see what happens.
Aaron
with that.
Judge.
Very good. Hitting above 400.
What's that?
Aaron Judge is hitting above 400.
That is a big man, dude.
Oh.
Raff, he's what your height? He's not 6'9", is he?
No, he's 6'6", 275
That is a
probably.
big dude, man.
But they put up some like Barry Bonds at like the peak of his greatness, and Judges are better. I was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Torpedo bat.
We were yeah, maybe. We were asked on the text line. Old Dad 34 wants to know how his Braves are doing. The Braves
Bob
are,
Horner, Glenn Hubbard, Chris Chambliss.
The Braves are currently, if I can find it, 10 and 14. They got a series in Arizona this week against the Diamondbacks. While we're on the topic of the Braves, though, we can tell the folks about our friend Spencer Schwellenbach. Schwelly, the former Husker, is on the year 1-1 in 31 2/3 innings thrown. He's allowed 3 home runs. He struck out 27 guys on the year. Has an ERA of 2.56, which is the lowest out of the starting pitching rotation for the Atlanta Braves.
Wow.
So there you go.
Folks, when we come back, DF goes, he goes, when did Aaron's brother, 80's brother, interview Jordan? Michael Wilbon looks exactly like my brother Daniel, and Mike Tirico looks like my brother Mark, which is crazy. I mean, the resemblance. There's been times I look at the TV when I was working, I'm like, that's Daniel on there. But yeah, he does favor those guys. Wilbon and Mark looks like Mike Tirico for sure, man. Folks, we got the NFL draft coming up. Question for you when we come back. Answer when we come back. You can drop it in now if you'd like to as well, though. What would you be doing right now if you were in the top 15, top 20 NFL draft? What would you be doing?
You're 9 hours away.
You're 9 hours
from 15 mil.
Life-changing money.
Well, if you're in Green Bay and Lambeau, you're probably not doing all that much right now.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Aston Genty had to say? He was asked, they're like, so what are your thoughts on Green Bay? And he goes, no, not much to do here. Hello.
True.
Hey, that'll keep him out of trouble.
Yeah. Keep him out of Green Bay.
All right, we'll start the breaks. The drive. 19.7 the ticket.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Your new Total Wine in Lincoln has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers, plus totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find, only at Total Wine & More. Now open in Lincoln next to Gateway Mall.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
You don't have to cross your fingers when digging into the ground this spring. Start every project with a call to Nebraska 811 so utilities like LES can mark their buried lines and you can avoid injury and power outages.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
The NFL Draft starts tonight, and the best place to watch it in Lincoln is at Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane. Watch all the picks on any of their 30 TVs while enjoying a beer from one of their 23 taps or high-end bourbon and spirits. Try their delicious wings or handheld sandwiches like the Turkey Melt, Liquid Gold Hamburger, or the brand new Chocolate Chip Cookie Skillet for dessert. There's only one place to watch the NFL Draft in Lincoln. That's Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane. Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take Dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We're proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. And let me tell you guys something about the NFL draft. What I would have given when I was a little kid for the NFL draft to be held in the evening. I begged and I pleaded and I kicked and I screamed not to go to school so I could watch the NFL draft. But my mom, she stood tall and strong, and she said, "No, little Raff, you're going to school."
It was because it was during when?
It was during the day. It used to be during the day.
I showed you. I didn't even pay attention, I guess, at that age. How old were you at that point?
Probably 7, 8.
Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't watch the draft
Like
that early.
That when John Elway got drafted that morning, I was like, I got to stay, But it didn't happen until later that week till he got traded to Denver.
How did I want to ask you this. I know you've told me, but I forgot.
Yeah.
When did Denver become your favorite team and why? I'll be serious.
I think it would have been October something, 1978.
But why?
The Broncos were playing the Cowboys. I believe it was at Mile High Stadium. It was a year or two after the Super Bowl. And I just liked their helmets. The D on the D and the horse.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a book I wrote in kindergarten, and to this day, it makes me so mad that when I was in sixth.
Is it published? I was asking.
Do I got to deal with this? Wow.
So you wrote a book.
So I wrote a book in kindergarten.
How many kindergartners got published books, Nick?
I didn't know it was special.
And it was so funny was I never saw this book until sixth grade. And for some reason I never took the book. However, it was Nick's,
Raff, go ahead, man. That's messed
Nick's
up.
mean. This is what I deal with, everybody.
I was trying to have a serious thing, Raff.
Yeah.
I want to know. Nick,
Was it published?
Was it published?
That's what I get. That's what I get from
How
you.
many 6-year-olds got published books?
I should have had a published book. So
See, that's why I knew.
So what
it feels that way.
So the premise of this book was the Denver Broncos versus this was 1979, by the way. That was my kindergarten year.
Uh-huh.
The Denver Broncos versus the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Oh boy.
And they played, and I drew pictures. And my little 5-year-old, I was very artsy, as you all know. Some of you have seen my angel on the Christmas tree. I'm not very that crafty. So I drew pictures and I wrote this book. And I really couldn't say that many or spell that many words because I was in kindergarten. But what this book was these two teams matched up and they played, and I could not decide the winner, and everybody got hurt.
Oh, wow.
So there was no winner in the games. And it was the Broncos versus the Huskers, 1979.
See, dude, that's the stuff that's pretty cool stuff.
But I never got the book. In 6th grade, I saw the book and I didn't grab it. And it just, I wish I'd have that book.
You know, dude, it was 43 years ago.
I
When you
know.
were 6 years old.
I wanted
ago.
that book.
The things that we did in kindergarten, I was always curious.
It's probably in somebody's collection.
Yeah, to Nick's knowledge, it's published. You know, that's
Well,
what
I
it's
was
published.
wondering, did the paper deteriorate since it was so long ago, or?
You ought to just slap the taste out of his mouth, man.
I don't
Just
get
go there
it.
and slap the taste
I
out
don't
of
get
his
it.
mouth.
The best part. Big B goes, Nick, that was a nice shot.
Magic said, call him a dumb poopy butt.
Oh,
You
my
take
gosh.
that, Nick
Yeah.
Sainer.
And
that would
Magic,
hurt.
you being real gentle with the words because Raff knows how to spell and say words now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And he wasn't saying
Yeah,
that.
I always kind of wonder what the handwriting in the, because I was never really crafty and I probably couldn't spell all that much. So I wonder what the words were like.
Nick, did you have a team growing up? I mean, I know you just recently adopted Detroit. But
Yeah.
all honesty, like growing up, was there a team that just
Not
jumped out to you?
not in the NFL. Not in the NFL. I would follow the Chiefs.
Oh, Lord.
Just simply because we went to a game every year.
Mm.
And so
Proximity.
So yeah, proximity was easy to get to. Like the years of Matt Castle, that was me growing up. I mean, they were bad. So nobody can really talk junk on that. But it was because I had family in San Diego. And so every time that the Chargers would go to Kansas City, our family from San Diego would fly into KC. We'd drive down to KC and we'd all go to a Chargers game versus the Kansas City Chiefs game. And so it was just the Chiefs just by proximity and because those were the games that I went to, but not anything like where it is now with Detroit. So,
Oh, San Diego, special place.
So
Qualcomm.
Yeah. We talked about yesterday the first 5 in the NFL draft as far as that order goes. And I'm trying to find here, but I know we got 6 at the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
What are you guys doing if you're the Raiders? You got your quarterback. Got some of the pieces.
Paid
you
a lot
got
of money for your quarterback.
Yeah, yes, you did. You played a lot of loot for Geno. What are you doing, Raff, if you're the Raiders?
Unfortunately, the Raiders will probably draft Ashton Genty. Yeah. And that's sad because I wanted the
That would be
Broncos
a
to get him.
filthy pickup for them, man.
It
in
is
a good way.
It is. They need a running back because they.
No disrespect against Amir.
Well,
but he's been in there for a while.
This is where I have a little concern with the running back. Do you guys remember the way they kind of handled the whole Josh Jacobs situation, though?
Not good.
It was really unfortunate because I did not feel like they valued Josh Jacobs the way he should have been. And now we're seeing him break out in Green Bay. And I mean, you saw the transition in Green Bay from Aaron Jones to then Josh Jacobs, and Green Bay handled it really well, but then the Raiders did not. They were unable to re-sign him. They couldn't get him to stick around in one of the biggest markets in the entire league with Vegas. So I just wonder what their plan is at running back if with Genty. The other way I look at them potentially going is I could see them trying to get an offensive lineman. We just said why, right? They just paid a lot of money and extended Geno Smith. They have Pete Carroll there. Like how important is it for them to find a guy that can consistently protect Geno, number one, But then also remember the years of like the Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch type of seasons. Is that what they're trying to duplicate with? Now they're different running backs, but with Geno Smith and with Ashton Genty. I think there's two ways that you can go here. Either offensive lineman, like I would look at maybe like a gosh dang, if Will Campbell's still available, obviously I think Will Campbell's quite a thoughtful idea. But then if Will Campbell's gone, then probably Ashton Genty.
Here's just a few of the guys that are going to be there tonight. Prospects is just a full list attending the NFL draft festivities. You got Tyler Booker, guard of Alabama, Jihad Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama, Will Campbell, offensive tackle. You were just talking about Nick out of LSU, Abdul Carter, of course, Penn State, Matt Golden out of Texas, Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of Michigan, Maxwell Hairston, cornerback out of Kentucky, Travis Hunter, of course, of Colorado, Heisman Trophy winner Ashton Genty, of course, Will Johnson, quarterback out of Michigan, McMillan, Titiara McKillen out of wide receiver out of Arizona, Jalen Milroe, of course, QB out of Bama, Malachi Starks, Georgia, Shamar Stewart, Edge, A&M, and Cameron Ward, of course, QB out of Miami.
How about this, guys? Do you guys, a couple of trivia questions for you. How many quarterbacks were taken in the first round last year? Can we name them all?
I can't name them. Was it like 7?
There was 5.
5?
5. Caleb Williams,
Oh,
Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, and Bo Nix.
It's good memory. Nick.
There's 5 of them there.
Save the best for last.
There's going to be, I saved the lowest pick for last out of those 5.
Why? Is this real life I'm living in?
I was being genuine. I was being serious. I named them off
and I was
in order.
I was being serious.
I named them order off, and Jaden Daniels is probably the best if we're going that one. But what I was going to say was this year, one quarterback probably going first round, and it's Cam Ward first overall. I personally believe Shedeur probably drops out of the top of the first round.
You think he drops out of the first round?
I see an avenue to where Shedeur drops out of the first round.
I'm glad you said that, Nick, because that was one of the questions that, in fact, I didn't even send you guys the agenda. I think I forgot to send you the agenda today. Did I send you guys the agenda this morning?
We have an agenda?
We just keep going. That's the good thing about it. We just said we're going to talk about this next time. Yep. That's why we're all versed. We do our homework, so that helps. I was going to ask you guys, do you see any surprises? And Nick, that could be one. Raff, do you think he drops out of the first round?
I don't think it goes first round. I don't think so.
Text line, let us know your thoughts. Go ahead, Raffy.
I think there's a little bit of a, you're hearing
stigma.
You're hearing a bunch of like NFL person says bad interview. NFL person.
Is it gamemanship?
I never know how much to read into
it.
Is it
an anonymous source within the organization?
I don't think. Say it with your chest.
And there might be somebody lower in the first round that's trying to get them to come to them. So they're maybe giving a little smear campaign a little bit out just to maybe he'll fall to them. I mean, it's NFL is crazy like that, because at the end of the day, you can't turn down, he's what, 6'3", 220, and he can throw the ball. And
go ahead, Nick.
My thing is this: I look around and I go, okay, who needs a quarterback? The outside of the top couple, I don't see him going top 5. Like,
not top 5.
So Cam Ward in Tennessee is pretty legit, right?
Jackson Dart, would you say it sneaks in there?
No, I do not think
I'm
so.
saying as far as not round, but I'm saying overall quarterbacks picked.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think, but so I look at current situations, okay? New York, maybe. I think they need other things other than a quarterback. Plus, they have Russell Wilson that they're probably going to take care of. Cleveland went out and brought in a couple of guys. New England Patriots don't need one. Jacksonville Jaguars don't need one. The Las Vegas Raiders, no.
Mm-hmm.
The Carolina Panthers, no. The New Orleans Saints, no. The Bears, no.
Well, the Saints actually, yes.
To an extent, maybe Derek Carr.
They think he might be out for the year. Or
yeah.
injured
Okay,
or whatever.
but
I don't think
is Shedeur good enough to take at 9, or do you move back? So these are the conversations you have.
Yeah,
because the Bears don't need him, the 49ers don't, the Cowboys don't, the Dolphins do not, the Colts do not, because Anthony Richardson's going to lose the starting job to Daniel Jones. The Falcons do not, because they just used a pick on a quarterback last year. The Cardinals, lock down Kyler Murray. The Bengals know, obviously. The Seahawks know, they just traded. The Bucks know. The Broncos know. The only one that I see is Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know, it's something you said.
He's
that
probably
because
the one that's smear campaign.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Seriously, that is.
You watch your potty mouth, Raff.
The 21st overall is the one that I look at and say 21st overall. That is what I'm thinking with Shedeur.
I'm going to throw another one out here too.
David, I'm with you on that. He goes, I can't say I'm with you. I don't know, but I think it's intriguing. David says, I think Sanders goes to Pittsburgh and first. I mean,
I'm going to throw one out. The Cowboys.
Nothing about that would surprise me, though.
It would not.
Would it surprise you, Nick,
it would
if
not.
they did it? Nothing about Jerry Jones would surprise me.
It would not surprise me.
It would not surprise me. Just because it just wouldn't surprise me. I don't see it likely,
he's always,
but I would not be surprised.
He's always had, the Sanders name, the Dion, what he did to go out and get Dion and just the family. And they make it no lie, the love that Jerry has for Dion and Dion has.
But you know what, Raff and Nick, that would be the problem with Dallas in a nutshell.
But that's
why would you draft the guy you don't need?
Because they're the Cowboys.
And you need other positions on that team, particularly on the defensive side of the ball and probably the offensive line as well. Those are the things I just don't understand. But Dallas, to your point, though, it wouldn't surprise me if he did it.
Where you're just like,
it wouldn't surprise me if he did
at all.
Pete, I love you, no disrespect, but you've lived in Jerry's world in this crazy circus. It would not surprise me. I don't think it's likely, but it would not surprise me knowing Jerry Jones. I'm wondering some of the texters that came in as well. This is unknown texter 3616. A team would trade into the first round and select him. Anything's possible. Unknown texter 3764. Somebody trades up into the first round and takes Sanders and Dart. Culligan J. Given his arrogance and from what I'm hearing in regards to how he's interviewing, I just don't see how you can use a first-round pick on a quarterback who is more than likely going to be a bust and a career backup. Huskers P says, good morning to you. He goes, he's not dropping out of the first round. He says it with a, exclamation head. He's not doing it. Old Dad 34, I want him to drop out of the draft because of how he acts to people and teams. Money G in Kansas says, AD, do the Steelers trade Pickens? If so, who do you want them to get him for? And please, not a Steeler. Just don't believe he's the answer. Money G in Kansas, my Steeler. But, here's the deal. I don't know what's going to happen with Pickens. I think tonight's going to be fascinating for a lot of reasons because there will be some trades that take place. Do I see with Pickens? I just don't know. I honestly can't read what the Steelers are doing. They haven't heard from Aaron Rodgers. I can't say they haven't heard from him. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors that goes on during the draft. And there's a lot of gamemanship and a lot of teams, they're playing chess right now as far as that goes. So you never know what's going on there. So who knows, Money G, with Pickens? I know there's been ideas of that, he's been problematic at times. I'm personally, I love the kid, but I'm fed up with the antics, Nick. I just get tired of that stuff.
This is kind of why I say I don't think we're going to see teams move a whole lot to get quarterbacks, which is why I think that 21st overall is really the one landing spot for Shedeur in the first round with the Steelers. Oh. You look at 2026's NFL draft class, and it's going to have a very similar feel to what we just talked about. The reason I brought up, hey, there were 5 quarterbacks selected in the first round last year is because in 2026, there's a chance you see something very similar, whether it's Arch Manning, Garrett Nussmeier from LSU, John Mateer from Oklahoma, even throw in the name Luke Altmaier as a middle round guy from Illinois. I'm missing a couple of them as well. Carson Beck from Miami is a name that people are going to have their eyes on. Nico Iamaleava, if he has a good year. Drew Aller from the Penn State Nittany Lions has an opportunity to be an NFL guy. Those are all guys that have chances, depending on how they play in the fall with their college program. There's a chance that we're talking about the 2026 NFL draft class as being a very deep quarterback class. And so in this year of the draft that starts tonight, where you look at the quarterback class and go, does it really move the needle a whole lot to where it's okay? If an organization drafts a quarterback tonight, more than likely they're not going to want to or will draft a quarterback in 2026. So now these GMs have to have these conversations of, if you are Dallas, okay, do we see what Dak can do this year and then have the conversation next season? If you're Pittsburgh, okay, does Shedeur give you that much confidence, or should we see what we can do with our current situation and then reassess specifically the quarterback room in 2026. Because you look at the wide receiver class, for an example, in this draft, you can get things. If 2026 is your plan to go all in on a quarterback pick, you can then strategically draft in 2025 to where you will enter a quarterback next season into a prosperous situation.
You got some pieces in place.
There's pieces in place. Wide receiver, Tyler Warren, a tight end from Penn State, is a really big pickup. The offensive line class is a really strong class this season in the draft. So there are ways that if you are the Cowboys, now we throw the Cowboys out there just because it's low-hanging fruit. If you strategically draft it and you can bring in Arch Manning next year because you made a trade up to number 1 or whatever the situation is, but you enter Arch into a situation to where you have a couple of good offensive linemen, you have some skill guys on the edge and the perimeter, you enter him into a potentially prosperous situation, that's how you really excel at building a team through the NFL draft and not just through the free agent market.
Nick, before we go to break and Raff, before we go to break, I want to list these quarterbacks so far. Top 14. After Cam Ward, it gets dicey for the most part. You got Cam at number 1, Shedeur Sanders number 2. You got Jalen Milroe, 3 from Alabama. Even Curtis Rourke from Indiana, which you haven't heard a lot about. Curtis Rourke.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're talking about Curtis Rourke as the 4th best QB in this class.
Well, even like
it's just not a fruitful class.
And it's like, where do you want to go? Like what? Like Milroe, for instance.
Yeah.
Crazy athletic talent. Has a good arm, but not.
Is he consistent?
Exactly. So like, how high do you want to grab? Like if you get Milroe in like this late 2nd round, early 3rd rounds, that's a steal in my book. But which team is going to be crazy and reach up and like some people are like, well, he might jump up in the first round. I'm like, you're going to take a first-round pick on what is a I think in my eyes, he's a bigger project than with the Jets, going with Fields.
You got Kyle McCord 5, Syracuse. Cam Miller 6, North Dakota State.
So,
Jackson Dart 7. I'll remember about Quinn Ewers at Texas, number 8. You got Tyler Show at Louisville, number 9. Will Howard, number 10, from Ohio State. Max Brosmer from Minnesota. 11. Seth Hannigan from Memphis at 12. Dylan Gabriel, who we've not heard a lot about, from Oregon, number 13. And 14, you got Riley Leonard, Notre Dame.
So, and Henry makes this point on the text line. He says, how many GMs can wait till next year, though? They might get fired. And that's where
he brings a great point. I'm just thinking that. Henry, great point.
That's where you need to have, not that these are the end all be all, because situations and things change. You have to have that conversation with your leadership. Like, we're crazy to sit there. The Chargers just released a video. It's actually pretty fascinating. Just released a video of, hey, this is where everybody sits on draft night, and the GM is sitting right across the way from the ownership groups. At the table. It's head coach, GM, the guy who submits the pick, the assistant GM, and then directly across from them, sitting at the same exact table, it's the ownership group. Those, and then coordinators are on the other end of the table. So these conversations are ones that are being had right now. They've been having for the last couple of months. And then obviously in the moment, I think there's 2 ways that this pans out. We can see teams start to strategically draft tonight to where they're setting themselves up for a potential quarterback situation in 2026 draft. I'm saying through the NFL draft. The other one is if for some reason, an unforeseen circumstance, there is a team that feels pressure or a GM that feels pressure, and they get overzealous and they get anxious and they reach, we're going to see drama to where other teams freak out. And that is where things can really get out of hand for an organization, or it can be continued to be steered in the correct direction. Is how do they handle when things do not go as planned? Because right now everybody's got their draft board. Everybody's seeing mock drafts, and this guy's going to go here, this guy's planning to go here, so on and so forth, and this, that, and the third. But when something goes awry,
they better have a contingency plan.
Who is able to stay level-headed and not freak out along with the rest of the NFL?
Right.
And then who's able to keep their composure?
And that's always the fun thing with the NFL draft too, is there's teams that we probably have, not even spoke about. And they fell in love with somebody.
And Raff, you could bring a great point up there. Nick, you do as well with it. Like I said, setting us up for 2026. But Raff, as you know, many times it's like that old saying, the quietest person in the room is one you better be worried about.
And they fell
great teams
fell in
very
love with
rarely
their player.
do they say anything about who they're looking at because they don't want to, like they don't want to get everybody else sniffing over there.
Yep.
So a lot of those blue blood programs, the ones historically who've drafted well, they don't say a whole lot.
Yep.
They don't. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes on. I'm going to kindly disagree with the Raider fan, Austin D. He goes, I'd be shocked if there's one QB in round one. I think, Cam, he's going one.
Cam will go one.
Tennessee's pretty much already said they're taking one with him. So we'll see what happens. But then again, it is the NFL draft.
But like I said, they just go back to teams that fell in love. I mean,
that's my thing. Is like, does Cam Ward truly move the needle for you?
Yeah.
Or is it just, hey, this is the best option out of the quarterback class? That's
and
what
the
I'm
key
getting
thing.
at.
You just got to move the needle for that team.
100%.
Like we look at it from the outside. And that doesn't really do it for me. But there's a team, and I guarantee you, there's a general manager, a scout, an ownership group that's looking at somebody going, yeah, that's our guy right there.
And that's why, like, all the stuff about Shedeur, like it's all clickbait stuff.
That's all it is.
Because guess what? If Raff's running the Broncos and AD's running the Steelers and I'm running the Lions, you guys might hate him. I don't give a bleep.
Yeah,
I don't care. I like him. I didn't experience that with Shedeur. I'm going to trust my gut.
What you just said right there, I didn't experience that with Shedeur. I don't give a rat's tail what some reporter said,
right?
Or some anonymous GM or person. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him, whether it's Shedeur or anybody else as far as that goes. I'm not getting – and the good teams don't get caught up with all the noise.
Like one of the hearsay things that they're talking about is like he gave a bad interview. Well, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, he is his father's son. And Deion had talked about how there were teams after 5 that wanted to talk to him. He's like, why am I giving you my time of day?
Right.
And he's kind of got his little bit of his dad's arrogance. What sometimes your arrogance is what makes you great.
You know what, Raff? You're spot on. And to me, regardless of who it is, whether it's Shedeur or somebody else, I'm bringing you in for what my team needs.
Yeah.
What my team needs. And if I feel, and collectively, if we have the leadership team, the GM, the ownership, et cetera, player personnel, if we can agree on that choice, so be it. Yep. You don't want to be what Tennessee did, though, when they got rid of A.J. Brown, and we see what happened with that. I mean, I think that is a case study on what not to do on draft day.
You guys going to watch the movie Draft Day today at all?
You know what? Oh, that actually sounds pretty good, but I got some work to get done after this little procedure.
I've watched it so many times.
Procedure schmeedure.
Hey, dude, when you get a shot in your back, have you had one before?
No.
Raff, you ever had one shot in the back? I think I was talking to Ed. Big shout out to Ed, our buddy Ed. He's had a shot in his back, and he goes, it took him 3. But then I talked to a buddy at the gym this morning. He got his shot. He was like, dude, I was swinging a golf club the next day.
Hello.
I told you.
Well, we'll see what happens.
AD's back.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, that's right. AD's back. That's good.
That was kind of crafty.
I'm glad you.
Never mind. See, Nick was. Just
go out to break.
No slapping. Just
you're
knock him
mean.
out.
You're not a good person.
I mean,
but you're broadcaster of the year.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville has experienced hail damage, and there's never been a better time to buy a new or pre-owned vehicle. The hail was very spotty, some pretty light, others heavier, but there are huge discounts right now happening at Koppel. So please do not wait. Get thousands of additional discounts along with 0% APR. There will be a lot of people heading this way to purchase vehicles. So stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
That is right. We have a little bit of Husker news to get to in just a moment. Before we do, though, got to tell you about our friends at Renew. This segment brought to you by Renew. Call or text Nate, Eric, or David at 402-833-3858, or you can visit Renew online at renewyourauto.com. Raff, what do they do best?
Everything.
That is correct. Body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, spray-in bed liners, paintless dent repair, rust proofing, undercoating, and so much more. Give Nate, Eric, or David a text or a call today, 402-833-3858, or you can learn more online at renewyourauto.com and see what Renew can do for you. Okay, guys, I told you just during the break, I just saw this. Once again, we are going to hear from Nebraska general manager, still getting used to saying that, Nebraska football general manager Pat Stewart later on this morning around 11:30 or so. But what I was going to say is, in the recruiting world, Nebraska has a somewhat of a surprise visitor this weekend, and it comes in the form of a 2027 quarterback from Carmel Catholic High School in Mundelein, Illinois, 6'3", 186-pound Trey Taylor. He's a 4-star according to every single site, depending on what site you look at. He might be the 4th best quarterback in the class. He might be the 7th best quarterback in the class. A consensus, though, top 50 player nationally. He visited Nebraska a few weeks ago. He's visited a couple of places since. He's making his commitment May 1st, a week from today. And he just posted online on Twitter, on X, a video of him walking at Nebraska football's spring practice today. And he said, decided to make my return back to Nebraska, check out spring ball, check out the festivities on Saturday. And he said was excited to get back to Nebraska and before he makes his commitment. So not only did Nebraska get a visit a few weeks ago, they get the final visit for Trey Taylor, a high 4-star quarterback from the 2027 class from the state of Illinois.
That's going to be an intriguing week as far as where he makes that decision. But for him being here, man, is very encouraging to see where that ends up at. Very talented kid, man.
Yeah.
Looking at the numbers that are there,
throws from all the different arm angles.
Absolutely. So Trey Taylor roaming around One Memorial Drive right now, One Stadium Drive.
He has. So I want to get his top 5 here. His top 5 features, if I can find it here. Of course, there's been a lot of posts, unfortunately. But his top 5 feature, like A&M's involved, Illinois, the home state is involved. He's visited Georgia. He's visited Notre Dame. He's visited LSU. There's a lot of schools that are in on Trey Taylor, but it looks like it's coming down to Illinois, LSU, A&M, and Nebraska. So you have those 4 schools really dueling it out for the quarterback. Has 38 offers to his name, though. So Alabama's in there, Auburn's in there, Georgia's in there. Teams like Miami and Michigan and Minnesota, North Carolina, Ohio State, Oregon, Oklahoma, Ole Miss. I mean, some pretty highly touted offers for Trey Taylor, who is currently on campus this morning.
Here's a question I have for you guys before we want to dive into some of these texts before we go to the RGT. I want to ask you guys this, man. Do you think, and Nick, the reason why it came up because you mentioned Alabama right there, my mind just goes, bing. Do you think Alabama has lost a little bit of its shine with DeBoer being the coach there?
I do not think so. I think Nebraska. I think Alabama's honestly okay. It just seemed strange with them losing the bowl game. If they win the bowl game, guess what? There's probably a lot of better feelings about the whole situation. I think DeBoer's fine. I think it's whenever you follow a legend, it's going to be hard and it's going to feel different for a couple of years until you really get settled.
Raff, what you like I said, you've been in Huntsville in the heart of it for a long time and will be resident there. What's your vibe from living down there? I know you've got
it's still Alabama. I think the one thing though, like Nick said, it's like they lost their closer. I mean, like Nick Saban at the end of his career or the last 10 years, 12 years, what it's been, he was like the Tom Osborne, his final 7-8 years to where Tom Osborne shows up,
the deal's done.
But then also too, college football has changed. Yeah. So it's not so much that, but Alabama is still Alabama. And, they're going to be in on top-notch players and they'll be a top-notch program.
Folks, when we come back, we got the RGTZ closing parting words, and we're all pumped to watch this draft tonight to see what happens. Popcorn will be in hand, and we'll be enjoying it. Hopefully you will be as well, because we'll be talking a lot about it tomorrow for the most part as well. Of course, I think we'll have some. I think is Coach Rule hitting the press today, Nick?
Pat Stewart.
The GM will be. The
Pat
GM.
Stewart.
Is that his first time?
Not first time. He's been there twice. Once.
Been on the podium?
He's been on the podium once.
Okay.
He's been on the podium once.
We'll come back, folks, with the RGT. It's The Drive, 93.7 Ticket.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
At Allo, we go beyond internet, bringing you faster speeds backed by an all-fiber network. We go beyond TV and phone service, delivering reliable, crystal clear connections. We go beyond customer service with local teammates and no robots for a hassle-free experience. We go beyond value, offering transparent prices with no contracts, hidden fees, or data caps. We even go beyond our office doors by working, hiring, volunteering, and living in the communities we serve. Go beyond fiber. Sign up today at allofiber.com.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Spring is right around the corner, and now's the time to get your John Deere mower prepared for the grass to turn green. To get you ready, Acres reduced the price of its John Deere mower blades, filters, belts, and home maintenance kits by 15%. Gator UTV maintenance parts are also 15% off. Regular maintenance will keep your John Deere equipment going for years. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Offer expires May 31st, 2025. Visit your local Acres for details or go to acres.com to start shopping today.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Ahman Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Ahman Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email Jake at theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. I am so ready for that. When the draft pick is in, that do sound on ESPN. Can't remember. Yeah, like the pick is in.
I think I might have that sound.
Oh, I love that sound.
Just talk for a second.
Well, a few of the text lines, a few of the texts that came in real fast. I wanted to just bring in Husker Speed. Yep, never forget, someone drafted Menzel, so Sanders is a lock for first round. He's the most talented QB in the draft. Money G, Morning Kansas, is not looking good on tight end. This 2026 class, he announced last night, only 5 hours away from Lincoln. I think he's going someplace else where that kid is. I believe he's talking about, I forget this kid's name, but I know you're talking about there, brother. Who else? Claytonia John. Good morning, Claytonia John. He goes, Alabama definitely has lost some of this luster nationality. I think there's, we'll discuss it because I think there is a little bit as well. But to your point, Nick, if they win a bowl game, I mean, there's not a lot that goes into that, but I still just think overall the people were picking on DeBoer about what shirt he wore, Raff, for heaven's sakes. I mean, come on, man. Garage Jeff Saban is one of the greatest of all time. They definitely lost some luster. Good morning to you, brother. No texter 9531, smiley face right there, yes. And unknown texter 7261, the NBA, bloop, sucks.
Where did that come from?
From out of nowhere.
When I read it, unknown texter, my bad, but I was thinking, did we talk about the NBA?
No, we did not.
But I would concur.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Something like
Pathetic. You are pathetic.
There it is.
I love it.
There
I
it
love it. I love it. Wonderful.
Raph, what do you got for RGT today, my friend?
All right, everybody. Today's Ralph's Good Take. Whoa, what was that?
I
Hello.
was still up in Teddy's jam.
All right, everybody. Today's Ralph's Good Take goes out to Linked Literacy. Kat, the entire staff there, everyone, every time they come in here, always so nice, so gracious, super cool that you're going to speak for them next week. AD, all the cool stuff they're doing for the community and the surrounding communities and just making things better. Nothing makes me so mad when people talk about how bad things are, but no one does anything to fix them.
That's right.
So Link to Literacy. Love seeing you guys doing what you guys are doing. Your Ralph's Good Take.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Give again to Kat and her entire team at Link to Literacy. Thanks for all that you do and all those who help and support them. Appreciate you. The attitude adjustment today, folks, is your attitude is either lifting you or it's limiting you. It's either lifting you or limiting you. As I just kind of mentioned, it's like everybody, people love to complain. Bad news sells, tunes in, drama, etc. But it's either lifting you or limiting you. If you want to climb higher, let go of whatever it is that's hindering you. It's not always easy, but folks, it's always worth it. Your attitude, limiting or it's lifting. It's your choice. Raffy?
All right, everyone. Have a
more
great
day.
Thursday. Be nice to each other. And the first round pick of the Denver Broncos is,
who do you think it's going to be?
Ashton Genty. They're going to trade up and get him.
The D stands for delusional.
It stands for Denver Broncos. All right. We're out. See ya. Bye.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Ahman Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Ahman Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email jake@theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th and overall registration goes through May 30th.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst time.